Back for this third period of action from Millwoods B Arena in Edmonton, Alberta. Here, Icemen leading 4-1 after 40 minutes against the Beaumont 701 Braves. Weeks gets that inside the zone. He'll move it to the net. Baines in support. The ice still freezing here. Puck sticking a little bit as that's kept in by Ferris. Will fire that down low. Back to the point to Colomb. Hits a stick and goes wide. Baines back door looking for Ferris. Great pass behind the back by Baines and a shot by Perosny misses. Colomb able to keep it in. Colomb dodges a check at the corner. He'll fire again, missing on the glove side. Around the corner, off the boards to Ferris. Jack down low. Perosny into the slot looking for Weeks. Hot shot. Goes to the back wall and Weeks hit hard. Baines still trying to dig that out of the pile. He does. Back door fired. Great job by Baines to Perosny again. Perosny hits the defenseman who's injured. Didn't get to the net. A good block shot there by the Braves defenseman. This line now hemming Beaumont in. Shot off the post is kept in. Ferris back to the line. Colomb tries to keep it in. Beaumont finally gets out, able to change 3 out of 5. Let's say 4 out of 5 players now. As the Beaumont forward brings it down low to help his teammates get in a line change. Exhausted Beaumont legs as the Icemen had them hemmed in the zone, and now Beaumont gets their opportunity. Levesque, the captain, tries to fire that shot from the top of the circles, and a great stick by the Icemen to prevent the puck from getting in on Jourdain. Up into the netting. Face off to the left of Jourdain. Clean draw win by Levesque, but it goes right up the gut. Down on McCalla. He'll zing that around the boards. Protected by Sawyers. Back up to the point to Carrier. Sent it on net. Tipped on the way. McCalla able to close the wickets and keep it out. Through the seam to Homulus, and Homulus fires it. Gets between the blocker and the midsection of McCalla. A great snapshot from the point. Worked back through the seam. And Homulus is on the board to extend the lead to 4 for your Icemen. McCalla shaking his head in disbelief as that one. Hot shot by Homulus. Homulus lowers the boom on Lancer as he stepped up and rocked him at center ice. Homulus pinches down, looks to keep that in. He does. He'll put it down. Sawyer's centering pass doesn't work. Homulus will retreat to the blue line. Puck out to the neutral zone. Gwinnett over to Carrier. Carrier will fire that in. McCalla out to slow it down. Can't stop it for the defenseman. Knapczyk momentarily had it, but Beaumont will come back the other way with numbers. A 4-on-2. Beaumont stops up. Turnover. And Knapczyk up to Sawyers. It's a 2-on-1. Sawyers back door for Knapczyk, and Levesque, the centerman, on the backtrack prevents that from getting to Knapczyk's stick. Beaumont now back the other way. Beaumont player hounded by Knapczyk on the backtrack. Vanderham back on D, supporting. Work up to the half wall. Knapczyk pushes that puck out to the blue line, but no further. Binder tries to force a turnover. That'll provide it for Foot. Foot will go D to D to Carrero. Carrero with a little 8-foot pass to Vanderham, and it's out into the neutral zone. Vanderham will corral the puck, get into the zone. Binder into support on the half wall in the near boards. Smith in there as well. Smith pins the puck to the boards. Binder able to come in and strip him of the puck. Binder gets the puck out to the slot. He's hounded off the puck. Foot chips it down to Vanderham. And Beaumont just lobs that puck airborne out into the neutral zone or into the Iceman zone momentarily. Foot able to chip that back out. Beaumont shovels it back down the wall. Smith protects the puck. Moves it up to Binder. Binder will get it out over the blue line. Looks for Vanderham. Muscled off the puck by Hubler. Binder will pick up the puck as it was shot inadvertently into his midsection. Vanderham back to pick up the puck. Kick it over to Foot. Foot with a hard pass. That goes off of Chamberlain. And Foot has to retreat back in his own end. Moves it up to Binder. Binder will gather it up to center. Brings it in. Evading a check. Binder curls back up to the blue line. Binder moves it. Almost picked off by a Braves player as Colomb will move it to Ferris. Ferris with a hard shot. Zinged up over the blocker on the short side of McCalla and hits the glass. Baines centers it to Binder. Binder drives through. Pushed off the puck and it dribbles up through the neutral zone. Colomb can't keep it in, but he prevents Beaumont from exiting the zone clearly. Ferris will curl back in his own zone. The Iceman protecting the puck now. Ferris hit hard along the boards by Hoagland as he exited the zone, able to get it out. Turnover as Weeks tries to center that to Porozny, and Beaumont again just fires, tries to get the puck out, firing it. Weeks intercepts it, fired by Porozny on a setup by Weeks. And again a turnover. Baines with the shot, Porozny with a rebound, and the goal for your Icemen as the Icemen strike again. So the goal would be Porozny from Baines and Weeks. Time of the goal, 6:28 of the third period, and your Icemen up 6-1. 2 goals in this third period. Extend your Iceman lead to 5. Baines with the puck again. Baines now with a goal and an assist. 2 penalty minutes all over the score sheet tonight. And a delayed penalty upcoming to your Iceman as Beaumont sends that in on Jordan. The whistle goes, and we will have a hooking infraction coming to Jorah Baines. So I jinxed him again, saying he was all over the score sheet, and he puts 2 more up on the PIMS category. 3 goals, 1 assist, 2 penalty minutes. The number 20 all over this Iceman score sheet on that side of the ledger. Good block by Homulus on the centering pass into the slot. Beaumont 1 for 3 on the power play, centering. Jordan able to get it. Homulus jams it up and out. To relieve the pressure is Gwinnett and Binder out here to start this penalty kill, along with Homulus and Carrier. Long lead pass. Kick back up to Levesque. He's stripped to the puck by Homulus. Carrier moves the puck up into the corner. Carrier bodies his man. Levesque tries to return the favor on Binder. Puck tied up along the boards. Binder tries to kill some time as pucks move right back up, and a hot shot on a pinching defenseman right into the slot. And Jordan able to fend that off. Carrier will kick that to the wall and give chase. Chips it on the backhand out, and the Iceman will get at least 2 on the change on the penalty kill. Beaumont comes in again. Forced off the puck. And Sawyer sends Gwinnett away. It's just out of his reach, and McCalla has to be careful not to turn that over to Gwinnett. Good play by McCalla to move it up to his defenseman. But unfortunately, foot in on the forecheck as he sent that puck in deep. Allows the Iceman to change out the remainder of the penalty kill unit. 25 seconds remaining on the penalty to Jorah Baines for hooking. As Passmore tries to keep it in and does at the point. The puck inadvertently right to Knapczyk. He's stripped of the puck, and Beaumont trying to capitalize, unable to get it out are the Icemen. Puck sent down below the goal line, looking for a centering pass. Bodies in traffic in front of the net. Nothing materializes, and Baines is out of the sin bin. Beaumont now 1 for 4 on the power play, unable to really get set up on this fourth power play as we're back to even strength. 10:58 remaining in the third period. Sawyer's up to Baines. Baines comes in. His shot is intercepted or blocked by the Beaumont player. A quick up off the skate of the Beaumont forward, and it's picked up by Ferris, who moves it out to center, but no further. Puck lobbed in. A shot from in close goes to the opposite corner. Smith will protect it and lob it out and get it out of the zone. Baines will go for a line change as Smith picks it off. He's one-on-one, looks to shoot. Quick shot and tries to go up over or between the body and the glove of McCalla, and he's able to squeeze the arm and keep it as Smith tried to go short side, shooting it around the legs of the defenseman. 10:19 remaining in the third period. Vanderham, Smith, Giamaroli, Colomb, and Ferris. Puck worked up, misses Chamberlain on the outlet, and it'll go down on Jordan, who will cover it up and manage play with 10:03 remaining in this final frame. Vanderham in to take the draw. That face-off is won by Beaumont. Vanderham picks it up. He'll curl back to the near side. Chips it to himself right through the slot. He'll drive up and out of the zone. Vanderham through center. Gets to the blue line. He'll rim it around the boards. Giamaroli with a hard hit along the end boards. Forces a turnover for Vanderham. Vanderham back to the point to Colomb. Shot through traffic. Rebound. Giamaroli able to get his stick on it as he spun it around. Smith fires it. That's off a defenseman. Block doesn't make its way to McCalla, but Giamaroli forces another turnover. Forced turnover again. Smith hit his man hard along the boards. He's slow to get up. That puck kept in by Ferris. Smith to Vanderham to Colomb. Colomb chips it through the middle, and it's a 2-on-1 for Beaumont. Chamberlain's going to drive to the back door. That centering pass broken up by Ferris on the backtrack, kept in by the captain, Levesque. Levesque tries to get around his man, but Ferris breaks that up. Smith will pin the puck along the boards. Vanderham in to help out as well. Vanderham, at the end of a shift, will bounce it off the boards and out to Baines, who's substituted for Smith. Baines strips his man of the puck. Baines will drive wide. Short side, looking for the fourth. Centering pass to Perosny off the blocker of McCalla. Great centering pass. Baines looking for his fifth point of the game. Trying to set up Perosny again. Beaumont drives in. Broken up play. As Homulus will try to move that out. He'll muscle his man off the puck. Force a turnover. Weeks to Baines. Fired on net, and McCalla again having to squeeze the glove side arm to prevent that from getting through the midsection. And he will hold on for a whistle. 6-1 lead for your Icemen over the Beaumont 701 Braves with 8:08 remaining in this final frame. Shot on net. Weeks tried to get his stick on it in a tip off of a shot from Homulus on the face-off win by Weeks. Weeks bounces off the boards, back to Homulus. Shot on net again. Baines coming from the backside, and McCalla manages the play again as he steers that up into the netting to allow his teammates to get a change. Face-off won by Gwinnett. Sawyers back to Homulus. to Carrier. Carrier with a shot, short side. Hits the post and comes right out the other side behind McCalla. Icemen there, unable to get a rebound, but Carrier, the game of inches, just misses scoring another one here for your Icemen. Romulus D to Carrier. Handcuffs him on the backhand, but Carrier able to move it out in the neutral zone. Sawyers comes wide. He'll stop up. Send it into the opposite corner to Knapczyk. Knapczyk with the puck. Turns and fires. That's into the opposite corner again. Near boards. Foot will pinch down. Moves it to Sawyers behind the net. Sawyers right up the gut to Knapczyk. Knapczyk in the slot. Upstairs over the blocker of McCalla. And it's 7-1 for your Icemen. So some more zone time there. So I believe it'll be Knapczyk from Sawyers and Foot. Time of the goal, 13 minutes. And a 6-goal lead for your 701 Icemen. Face off by Vanderham, won by Vanderham, brought in over the line by Binder. He's got to retreat his turnover forced at the Beaumont blue line. Foot looks, goes D to Carrero. Carrero quick up to Giamaroli as Passmore pinched up to strip him of the puck. Prevented that pass from completing. Vanderham hard hit on Iceman below the goal line. Binder stripped of the puck, muscle to the boards. He'll keep it out. Evade a check. Foot forces a turnover in front of the penalty boxes. He's mugged, and a penalty will be upcoming, I believe. It will be to possibly Passmore of the Braves. So it's going to be a roughing penalty assessed to the Beaumont Braves, and your Icemen will go on the power play. Your Icemen, I think, 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. Just a couple man advantages. Beaumont 1 for 4. The puck won on the face-off win by Weeks. Up to Baines. Back to Weeks. Porosny. Backdoor looking for Ferris. That skips over his stick. Stripped momentarily by Beaumont, but Vanderham able to corral that up. Vanderham to Baines. Shot through traffic. Blocked by a Beaumont player. Great block as that stung him. Baines able to gather the puck up again at the top. Kick it over to the opposite side to Weeks. Backdoor handcuffs Ferris. Ferris on the backhand. Shovels that in. That doesn't work. And another attempt sends the puck right through the blue paint. But Beaumont able to gather that up and send it the length of the ice. Jordan able to stop it for Baines. Baines moves it around to Weeks. Weeks pressured by a Beaumont forechecker. Brosny will gather it up. He's pushed off the puck momentarily, and Weeks is the last one back. Will gather it up, move it to Baines. Baines to Porosny. Porosny pushed from behind, keeps the puck. It inadvertently goes to Vanderham. Moved up to Baines. Baines over to Weeks. 47 seconds remaining in the power play. A roughing infraction to the Beaumont Braves. Shot on net. Off the glove of McCalla. Great shot by Weeks, and McCalla fought it off to keep it out. Backdoor. Oh, look at the centering pass by Weeks. Tried to find Porosny. A little soft pass into the low slot. And Porosny almost had another one. Great play not to force that pass by Weeks. Porosny brings it in. He'll stop up at the top of the circles, get to the center. Porosny works it to the other side to Baines. And off the offside wing, Baines will fire it into McCalla, who will hold on. Beaumont almost able to kill off the roughing minor. 7 seconds remain, 4:30 remaining in this third period. 7-1 lead for your Icemen. Another face-off win by the Icemen, and that puck sent by Romulus to the cage. Hits a skate on the way. Romulus into the slot to Gwinnett. Beaumont able to bring it out. They'll chip it in. Good play to break up that centering pass by Sawyers, and that goes into the opposite corner. Carrier muscles his man off the puck and allows the Iceman to come out. Gwinnett will move it to Sawyer. Sawyer stops up, has control. Tries to send it backdoor to Knapsack. Great pass. Knapsack unable to finish it off, but a great pass by Sawyers to find Knapsack on the back door. Beaumont will send it down the length of the ice, and an icing will be called. Just under 4 minutes to play in the third period. Your Icemen leading by 6 goals. Face off. Vanderham. Vanderham chips it to the wall. Smith will get it. Nice pass to Binder. Binder pushed off the puck, but your Icemen will recover. Vanderham back to Smith at the point. Smith fires it. That misses. Goes into the opposite corner. Carrera will pinch down to keep it in. Smith muscles his man into the wall. Keeps the puck in. Binder will come off the wall. Puck outside the blue line, and the Iceman will have to tag up. Sent down into the corner. Perosny will gather that up. And a shot on net goes into the opposite corner. Carrera will keep that in to Binder. Binder centers it to Perosny. At the end of a shift, Binder is able to strip the puck. Fire it. Looking to go low, short side on McCalla, just missing the mark. And I believe the net is ajar and the whistle's gone. So complete line change will be provided for both teams here. With 2:33 remaining in the third period. Face-off won by Beaumont. They'll gather the puck up. Come out over center. Hoagland tries to dance his way in. He'll bring it in for Chamberlain. Chamberlain tries to get it to the net. Ferris will prevent that. Perosny forces his man off the puck. Weeks up to Baines. Baines one-on-one. Stops. Looks to center it to Weeks. Just out of his reach. Exactly 2 minutes remaining on the score clock as Perosny moves it to Ferris. He'll send it into Beaumont territory. Weeks forces a turnover. Centers to Perosny to Baines. And McCalla able to get across and square up as that pass by Weeks finds Baines on the back door looking for another one. And McCalla was sharp there again. So as mentioned, McCalla with a 3 goals against average and a 9-1-3 save percentage coming into this game, and he's kept the score from being higher than it is with a 6-goal advantage for your Icemen. As he'd have to be sharp on numerous occasions to keep the score at 7. Ferris with the puck. Moves it over to Colomb. That'll evade him. Sawyers will send that back through the legs of Chamberlain. Back into the Iceman zone. Ferris back to Colomb. Colomb has to gather that up. He'll move it out. That's off the skates of Gwinnett. Beaumont. Metzinger, the leading scorer for Beaumont, chips it in and gives chase. And Ferris eludes him with a curl back to the boards behind the Iceman goal. Gwinnett dodges a hard hit at center. Colomb forces his man off the puck. 46 seconds remaining in the third period as Colomb will pin his man to the boards. Beaumont trying to muster up one final opportunity here as Levesque, the captain, will feed it across. Centering pass just misses the mark as that one was right into the slot for a defender that just missed converting. Gwinnett picks it up. He'll curl, get low to the goal line, and he's muscled to the end boards. Knapsack centers it right to Sawyers. Sawyers evades a check. Stripped off the puck. And Beaumont up the other way, 4-on-2. Hoagland fires it in. Jordas fights that off. And the puck is lobbed back out into the Beaumont zone. And that will do it. The final score, your SE701 Icemen 7 and the visiting Beaumont 701 Braves 1. From Millwoods B Arena here, your Icemen, as previously mentioned, head out on the road for a tournament in Markham, Ontario for the remainder of the week and into the weekend. Partially why some of the condensed games in the schedule, 3 games within the last week for your Icemen. The Icemen will welcome Denver Perkis back to the lineup. They're serving as 3-game suspensions, and we'll go back to the 3 usual goalies. So thanks again for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. The first game for your Icemen Friday morning from Markham, Ontario. We hope you will join us for tournament play throughout later next week and into the weekend. I figured I was when I heard him say, "Fuck."